Hello everyone, it's Clog of Destiny on Fire Emblem 7 Hector Mode Intended Ranks. Here of course with Altissimo. I'm so ready for this. How are you doing today?
I'm good, and I'm ready for this too.
Kanas's great slaughter here. Wait, is he here? Oh, he is here, thank god.
He's
Board
here.
here. Yeah, you gotta deploy your best units for this here. You only get 10 slots.
Yeah, my best units like level 14 Lucius.
Yeah, I'm curious what the hell he's gonna kill. It's not the best chapter for getting kills on him. I was expecting others. But then again, you know, he has good res, so that helps, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
And 4 flyers. 4 flyers.
Yes. Including 2 unpromoted ones.
Oh yeah, that's true. You never promoted Fiora, of course.
Yeah, this is a good chapter for flyers though, especially the pegs.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Heath is just good at killing things, I guess, at the very least. I think with a Brave Lance you can wreck Valkyries, he just needs to hit them. Those are the biggest threats. I saw that silver card on Florina. I know where she's gonna go at some point. And Pent and Louise. Pent, you know, very understandable. Gotta restore, gotta visit people. And I guess Louise has really good res. And the support, of course, the support.
Yep. I should have like actually watched it instead of just skipping it, but yes, I did get it.
Pent, can I talk to you? Yes. Mash start.
End.
Good talk. Glad we could do this.
Can I talk to you? Anytime.
Yeah. Good marriage they got. Great communication.
Apart from that, though, I actually do like Louise in this chapter just because she's got really high res while also being able to actually do damage to some of these magic enemies. And there are places where it's not too difficult to set up like choke points for her to be able to attack from behind with. Assuming they go for her and not whoever's, you know, choking the point in front of her. But
yeah, I've had the same experience. She also has a longbow, so she can avoid counterattacks, which, I mean, you can either set up a Valkyrie for an easier kill for someone else, or you can chip a Luna Druid so you don't have to take a counterattack from those, and they can, like, just end your thing.
Yes, that's a good good feature, too.
Or Brave
and then, of course, Pen support. Yeah, Brave Bow, too.
And, if I recall, the Pen support makes it so that she doesn't face crit from Luna Druids.
I believe that's correct, yes. As in, I don't think there's a single Luna Druid in the game that she would face crit from while in support range. I don't remember if that actually comes into play on this chapter, but it's a cool fact.
I mean, it's something you want to check before you move them into range, probably.
Yeah.
Have to do a bit of math. And, you know, usually in this chapter, I try to avoid reinforcement zones as much as possible. Or maybe if I'm procking one zone, I'm going to proc the one that Canas and I think it's Farna or Forna.
Whoever that is.
Or Fiora.
Fiora.
are in, because then the monks aren't too hard to deal with. But you can, if you want to, spawn more Valkyries and Druids and Shamans from the upper forts and the left forts for experience, but that is a lot more dangerous, so I'm wondering if that's
What do you think I'm going to do?
I mean,
this whole run is about flexing, isn't it?
It is about flexing, that's true. I'm not sure if it's more flex to reach the experience rank but not triggering it, or if it's more flexing to actually beat the chapter the intended way, which all the reinforcement zones.
You know, experience rank, triggering all the reinforcements.
Yay. That explains the runtime.
It does end up being necessary because I think I don't remember if I've mentioned this on one of the videos before, but I actually only beat the experience rank by, I think it was 6.5 levels worth of experience. So if I skipped reinforcement zones, you know, that might be about that much experience.
And you did bring mostly promoted units. I mean, there's 2 Pegasus Knights and Lucius, but not as many as, like, I don't know, the 4 Fanged Offense or something. So those must be mostly levels on promoted units here then.
Yeah, but I can imagine promoting units easily, like, getting 2 levels, even like if they're just assaulted by unpromoted dudes and killing them. They're not getting only 1 EXP for it.
Yeah.
So
it's like about 7 to 10 experience, I would estimate. And of course, like, the reinforcement zones, they will spawn, I want to say it's like 2 waves in a turn of pause, and another 2 waves of like 4 or 5 unpromoted dudes, and then a promoted dude. And the promoted dudes all will add up, of course.
Of course. So yeah, I think in this case, I couldn't have afforded to not proc reinforcements.
I think you're right. And in addition, there's a lot of promoted units already on the map. You got the Valkyries that are already like running about. You got the 5 Valkyries that are like level, I think they're like level 14 or higher or something at the top left where the shrine is. The heroes are like super high level, so even someone like Heath or Fiora could get a bunch of experiences from fighting those.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you did the classic bait the bishop into like going down by having a frail unit at the back of your army.
Yep.
So you could fight.
I mean, that wasn't the intention. I don't think, but it ended up working.
It's how I do it with intention. It's how I see other people do it. So let's pretend you did.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Totally did that to make it so much easier to kill with, or at least, okay, kill with Louise.
Yep. Got it. Louise also gets a fair bit of experience. I think she's not that high level yet.
No, she's not.
And there's the Eclipse Luna Druid on the left side of the screen, and I don't know how targeting AI works exactly with Eclipse, because the lower you are on HP, the more likely they are to target you usually with normal attacks. But, you know, when an attack halves your current HP, it kind of has like inverse correlation.
It's the case for them, because I can't see like how the AI would be able to distinguish between those two.
Yeah,
you know, so.
He went for someone at like 4 HP, so it would have done 2 damage, but he also put someone at very low HP. So those kind of things kind of conflict. I think it just ends up, they use a normal formula, but it goes weird because it halves your current HP. And of course, they tend to use expected damage, and when the hit rate is very low, that's going to go down, because when you hit rates, it basically just multiplies your hit rate by the damage they do.
I guess that, yeah, that checks out. It seems like a neat, quick and dirty way of figuring it out.
Yeah. I mean, long story short, he moved a lot closer in order to try and do that, so if you really wanted to, I think with the Neon's help, you could have picked him off this turn, but it would have put that unit in range of a bunch of other stuff that you might not want to. And that guy's going to be using Eclipse for the next 4 turns, probably, so it's not a very urgent thing.
Yeah. It's going to be a bit before I get over there anyway, I think.
Looks like Heath is chilling on a mountain with no javelin equipped.
I don't remember why, but you're correct.
I'm trying to figure out why that could be, because I think at this point in the game, we're in chapter 29, I think you know how a javelin works, so I'm trying to see if there's a good reason to not do it. He's only fighting like 3 enemies that don't get countered, so it might be bait for Louise or something.
Yeah, that's part of it. Like, and these guys, at least one of these guys clearly suicides first, because they move before the guy who actually has the ability to hit 2 range.
True.
So that ends up working out.
That's true, and I guess you could have killed like 2 or 3 more if you had a javelin, but no, it's fine. I guess this puts an easy kill in range of Fiora, and then she doesn't have to go very far in to find that kill, so she doesn't have to be in range of like the heroes. That's just me guessing anyway. Oh, that's sleep, I think. Oh, it's berserk. Uh-oh. Okay. All good. Yes, you have 2 restores and minion.
The dancer.
Yeah, which is usually enough. Oh, rip Heath, going to sleep.
I've been using barrier on several units in an attempt to ward off some of those staves. So
yeah.
There was also that. For what good it did, I'm not entirely sure, but...
Yeah, because again, you usually just like make a plan for a turn, try it out, and if it works out in a satisfying way, then you just continue going, right?
Yeah.
Basically, within like a certain turn limit, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you bury units, especially units with like middling res, then the hit rates on the stabs will go down, and you don't have to dodge every single one of them for it to work out. Like, you just need to make sure that not all your restore users end up being status. Then you can usually finagle a way through like 3 afflictions if you need to.
Yeah. Sometimes, however, I don't have the bandwidth to restore, and I think I'll see that later in this chapter.
Uh-oh.
So.
Yeah.
I will, however, always restore Berserk. I'm never taking a risk with Berserk. Ever.
You always do. Okay, you're buying iron swords, of course. The best weapon to set up kills with.
Yes.
Silverlance, the best weapon to get kills with on people that have the lance rank for it.
Basically, I just need more stuff for my promoted flyers. So. Because they're like my most powerful damage dealing units. Like them and Knas are the most consistent and most powerful.
Yeah, and this is the first time you get in a while to stock up, especially if you don't visit the Unfulfilled Hearts Armory.
Which I didn't.
Yeah, that means the last time to stock up was like... There's a shop in Grace Beast, but I think it only sells steel weapons. So before that, it's like 4-fanged offense. That's like 5 chapters ago with some guidance in between as well. Like,
yeah, and that's the last time you have the chance to buy jabs and hand axes, is 4-fanged offense. So if you do not buy enough on that, you are going to be screwed in this chapter, which I have been before in previous ranked runs.
Yep, I did that on Iron Man too. I had like 1 javelin for this entire section of the game. And it probably died
Yep.
at some point too. It sucked. I think
This time I think I bought 11. I might need to buy more, I don't remember, but I finally had enough this time.
I think if I'm ever doing like
use them.
a bingo again, like one of those, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
The one with races for FE8, right? Which was kind of intended to be completed in the early game somewhere, like but roughly before the rest split. But if I ever do a full game one for FE7, I'm definitely putting activate all Cog of Destiny reinforcement zones and what's the other one I wanted to do? I guess leave Berserk uncured would be another fun one to do. This is giving me so much inspiration for that.
Make sure you write your ideas down.
Oh yeah, I should. I always forget to do that.
That sounds like a fun time though.
Or I have them scattered around like 50,000 Google Docs. Okay, Dr. Berserk. It looks like Heath is kind of low in the deployment order because they're passing up all the other targets for Heath.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, he also probably has the least res out of like every unit here. Except maybe like not I don't even know about Merlinus. No, they can't berserk Merlinus, but I don't know if they can sleep him or anything either.
Oh, I've never seen them try.
I haven't either.
I
So maybe they just don't.
Oh, there's the Silverlands that you bought.
Convoy!
Hey, but I mean, she could have had at least one of these things in her starting inventory, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, but let me feel cool about it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
For forgetting.
Merlinus. When did your Merlinus promote?
A long time ago, actually.
That's true, you feel it always, that's true.
I think it was, yeah, no, he was, I don't know if it's the first chapter, but he was promoted on Pale Flower of Darkness.
Okay.
I haven't let him die once. So he promoted as early as possible.
Is that a conscious goal, or you just defend him in your existing plans?
It was I wanted to, but that was part of the flex, but I wasn't too concerned if I wasn't going to make it work, but it ended up working out, so.
Wouldn't it be really funny if he counted for experience rank? Because he doesn't gain, like, experience, like, you don't see the bar go up, but he does get levels.
Well, in that case, I got him to level 20, he promoted, and then I got him as far as possible,
Yeah.
so I'll consider that a success for experience rank.
He promoted 6 units, or 5, whatever is one more than what you said it was.
6.
Nice.
Is the amount that I would have promoted if Merlinus counts.
There is a level up sound. And there's a promotion animation, so, you know, we take those. I hope that wasn't lethal, Heath.
It might have been.
It might have been. 14 HP, kind of worn off barrier. Sage is like, I think, probably like 16 magic, and I'm bolting with like 14 might or something, 30 attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
might
that
have
would have
been.
killed.
It might have been.
Times like this, I wish I had put on the battle stats patch for this run. Maybe I'll like go back and do that at some point if I feel like really masochistic.
Wait, is Bro carrying around a white gem? Heath?
Yeah, someone was.
Are you flexing with selling items? What?
Oh, no, I was gonna sell it. I mean...
You can sell them preps.
No!
Okay, alright. Alright, don't get angry now. Alright. You can sell things at an actual shop. It's pretty weird how you can sell things to Merlinus like that. Like, why is he buying gems? What use has he got for them? And why is he buying gems but not selling weapons is what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know, like, if he's supposed to be a merchant, why is he not merchanting with me?
He's gotta be the worst merchant ever.
Yeah, really.
I mean, Anna's pretty bad with her secret shop concept, but Merlinus is good, close second place. Right.
No, Anna's just losing money on it. The business model itself may not be awful.
I guess Anna's prices, like, it's an exclusive shop, it has to be appeal.
Yeah.
Heath one-routed one hero, almost killed another.
He crit first one, yeah, and then almost killed this one. He's just so busted.
I like that brigand, like, you beat him to the village by like one turn, and I was like, alright, guess I'm out of a job. Guess I'll die. Just go to wherever you are.
Yeah.
Runs back to his fellow Black Fangians.
Black Fangians.
Okay, that sage is getting to bolting a whole lot. Don't you want to kill him? Don't you want to
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I just don't know when.
These druids have so much range. They just reach like halfway across the map.
It's ridiculous. Oh my god, and they like will hit.
I think there's a way to make them use Eclipse, but I forgot what it was. Maybe just put like unappealing targets in their range for the status stats, because you can manipulate those a little bit easier, and they'll switch to Eclipse, and you can maybe kill them. But...
yeah, I think that's partially what happens later, but I don't even remember for sure.
It's tough, because if you do go in to kill them to stop them from statusing you, you do activate Zone 4, which means every enemy starts moving
Right.
and you get Vitus reinforcements.
Of course, I don't care about that, but yeah, in a normal playthrough, that would be a problem.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's a matter of whether you can handle it or not. Right now, like, you're able to handle it, but I imagine if every enemy started rushing you, it would be a bit harder to feed kills to, say, Lucius, and maybe the Pegasus Knights.
Well, Lucius has other stuff up his sleeve, but yes.
Oh, I suppose Lucius is really good against the Shaman group here. I don't think I've ever fielded... I probably fielded Lucius here for stat utility, but I've never had him to, like, kill stuff. That's interesting. He's probably not, like, the best person to fight Luna enemies with, because he can get crit by them. But other than that, he could probably get the magic to one-round them.
And not only that, but, like, even among, like, other unit types, he's got, like, Light has crit rate, and I know it's barely anything, but also enemies in this game have no luck. So it's the kind of thing where, like, even a little bit of crit can sometimes actually proc a lot more than you expect it to.
Yeah, if he fights 4 Shamans, he's probably going to crit 1 or 2 of them. So
yeah.
I can see that.
Or, like, against promoted enemies, if you can set that up, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I imagine for Lucius, if you're going to try and feed him a promoted guy... Nice, level 20 Fiora. If you,
She is kept.
Yep. No more flee her action, I guess. Oh, you're going on.
Yes, so she's basically done doing anything except, like, rescue dropping.
But, yeah, I feel like if you're going to try and feed a promoted kill to Lucius, it's probably easier to just set one up for him at low HP than to hope for a crit. But, I mean, if you're noticing it in the RN order, you might as well take the crit, I guess.
Yeah.
That can happen. So, was I right about the reinforcement waves? Because I'm not sure. I don't trigger them very often. Is it like two...
Oh, about what?
That there's 2 of them, like, you enter a zone, and then 2 waves reinforced, like, one after another. And then you get, I think you get a turn of pause, and you get another 2 waves. I think is how it works.
Maybe. I didn't actually pay attention to, like, really what the actual pattern was. I just wanted to make sure I triggered all the zones and then deal with what happened next.
We'll find out together. It'll be an adventure. It'll be fun. Do you ever use Nina's Grace or anything like that to stop units from getting status?
Does that work?
Yeah.
I guess it must.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Then, the fact that I had to ask, you can obviously tell what the answer is.
That kind of tells you the answer.
No, I didn't even think about it. And, like, obviously I think about Barrier, but somehow the Nina's Grace just didn't occur to me. And it didn't matter enough because I've got 2 staffers and I've got a dancer. So it's like, you know, and I don't think there's been a single turn where all of the staffs that attacked me have hit. So it's like, it doesn't even, like, it's not like, Night of Farewells where I had to sometimes ignore a status unit on one turn because I just didn't have the bandwidth for it.
Yeah, just for anyone who doesn't know.
Except for that one time later in this chapter.
Yeah. So just for anyone who doesn't know, there's a difference between Nina's Grace and Barrier. Barrier works on the same part, the same flag as Pure Water, where it just gives you 7 res that wears off by 1 each turn. That's not a status effect. Berserk and Sleep and Silence are status effects, and enemies with staves from those types can use them, but only on targets that don't have status effect already. So that's why a unit that gets poisoned, for example, will not get status by Berserk or anything like that. And Nina's Grace is also a status, and similarly to status staff, you can't Nina's Grace someone who's already status, so you can't use it to cure status, but you can use it to prevent status from being inflicted on a unit.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about the fact that it gives +1 res.
Yeah, I don't know if that works, because you don't see that res in the stat screen. I think it's -10 damage taken, then it actually applies.
That's what I meant when I said, does that work? Because
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where that actually went into the calculation. But it's moot anyway, because you can't status someone with a status effect.
Yep. So we'll never know. I'm trying to think if there's a way to figure out if that would work if it wasn't for that. And I'm assuming Heath went to that weird place to proc the upper right reinforcements? Or the...
Yeah, I believe that was the
Valkyries?
case. I think that's why he went up there, yeah.
This has to be the first time I deliberately see someone get more Valkyries on the field. There was that really old playlog that I might have referenced before on this. It was like a guy on GameFAQs who's narrating his Hector Mode experience, his first Hector Mode experience. And this was back then this game was considered really difficult. So he had like a really epic war story about every chapter because it was so rough on him. And he fought like 1,000,000 Valkyries on this chapter. I'm assuming because he activated the reinforcements.
Nice. 14 defense, Canas!
Yeah.
When I did this playthrough, like, you know, I did it the first time, and then I ended up coming back to do the recording, and not everything, like, I wasn't able to reuse all my notes, and sometimes had to, like, reroute chapters. On that first playthrough, though, Kanas capped defense, which is, like, the weirdest stat for him to cap.
It fits the stereotype that he sometimes gets, where it's like, he's a bulky mage, he tanks everything.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, exactly.
Very bold to activate the Valkyries and then right away activate Zone 4 to make everything else move as well.
Yeah.
So the pace just went up like.
I don't have enough people to fight.
I'm sure you do, because you end up winning eventually, but damn, there's a lot going on right now. Okay, and Lucius, I mean, I guess this is the best place
you
for him
wanted
to
to
get
know
kills.
who he was gonna fight?
Yeah, I guess the Wyverns. I'd be scared, but, you know, and of course...
Oh, you should be. Forest gaming is not 100% reliable, so...
It's not. Of course, we can't have Vita use that super expensive spear on enemies. Let me give her something different.
Actually, yeah.
That's really nice, actually. Hate using that spear here. Yeah, I guess you can clean up whatever is here, but you're gonna get sandwiched between two groups of Valkyries. I think.
Actually, yes.
I think the left group, most of them have status stats. I think none of the reinforcements do, if I recall. I think they just have like Thunder or Outfire, right?
I don't even know. Probably.
Probably. I mean, if they have a status stat, they'll use it because the enemies will always prioritize using stats if they can.
Yes.
Which.
So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of time here spent in this general area dealing with Valkyries.
Yeah, it's a pretty cramped area. Hope everyone will be okay. I guess almost everyone here has good resistance besides like Heath, and even Ninian has decent res at this point, I think. And it's not like Ninian's gonna get like put to sleep anyway.
Right, exactly. So it's what she's doing doesn't matter much unless I put her in the line of fire, which I don't plan to do.
Ooh, this is not one running. Uh-oh. Time to face some more enemies.
Yes.
Because I remember it's like only 2 this turn, but they keep on coming and they keep on coming. Don't stop coming. There's like they go in a little reverse kind of L shape, where there's like 3 of them top to bottom, and then 2 more to the left of that. It's pretty annoying. And some with javelins, which is annoying for Hector. Oh, yeah, looks like they don't have status stabs. Is that Kanas doubling?
Yes, he's got like 22 feet or something stupid like that.
Jeez.
And he's only holding flux. This man is busted.
Mm-hmm. I think you do more damage. I can't believe I'm the one saying this, but I think you do more damage with Luna.
I probably would. I might kill some of them. I don't know. I don't really remember exactly the reason. Probably I didn't want to run out of Luna uses. I mean, he's not doubling, but like if he crits and kills one, that frees up space for another one to come in.
That's true. He could suffer from success. Weapon Triangle is so nice on these people, though. And I remember Kanas's res is like decent enough to take a couple hits. He might get doubled in a playthrough where he isn't speed blessed, but
yeah.
Even.
I also still need a final level on Farina.
Okay, so she's 19. Let's see. Yep, there it is. There's the whole crew. All right, Lucius. It's in God's hands now. Good luck. I guess Hector can chip him for Lucius. Or
yeah,
not.
but he's capped. Why would I use him?
Well, so that Lucius one runs.
Not entirely, but if he crits, he does.
Well,
and again, Lightning having a little bit of crit. But...
Well, the idea I had was like Hector will chip one of them with the hand axe, and then enemy phase they want to attack Lucius over Hector because Lucius is less bulky, and then Lucius can kill them because Hector chipped them down.
Yeah. I won't do it because Hector's capped.
Fair. Hector is capped. Can't do anything.
Can't attack. Can't do a single damn thing. Okay, so did Florina... Yeah, Florina got slept, but I don't have the bandwidth to send Smoke Restore over to her. So she's just gonna have to sit there.
Yep. Florina's slumber party begins. Kanas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Kanas could go there. It's just he's covering Ninian right now.
Yeah, I mean, even if he went over there, like... then he would be over there in range of everything, and not really, like, in status save range, and just not being able to help protect the right side and stuff, and I was just like, I have other stuff I need to do. That's
fair. Alright, time to see if Kanas's crits come through here, because there's 5 wyverns, surely he'll crit one of them, right? Right?
Hopefully. He also got magic, so now he's more likely to one round, I guess.
Oh, he's so close. He just needs, like, 2 more procs.
Any of them. Yeah. I don't remember if he does crit any of them, I just said that.
It sounded true in my head. How's
The
Flora
thing
have
about
50
Florina is that she's
HP?
got the world's highest avoid and pretty good res, so...
I think even when you're sleeping, the game checks which weapon you have equipped, so I think you probably
I think
will
I've
with the
had Iron Sword equipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So not weighed down. Just dodges everything. And they probably see like the least damage on her out of everyone here, but she doesn't counter, does it still go for her?
Right, exactly.
Oh, Lucius, please be okay, buddy. Please be okay.
Yeah, so he can take one hit.
Yeah.
But only one.
Yeah, and then from there it's like, if you want to get back to taking another hit again, you have to elixir him or something, which I know you're not.
I do have elixir, yeah.
Oh, you have one? Wow.
Oh, yes, I do, because there's no one in range to actually give him physic or anything like that. There wasn't another choice. It's the same as Dart in Four-Fanged Offense.
Yeah. I remember.
Where Dart has self-sufficient healing items because there wasn't any way I was going to get anyone to deal with him.
The Vuln, the elixir, and then 2 iron axes or something like that.
Yeah.
And the hand axe. And he used it all up.
Yep.
Expecting
His entire
things.
inventory.
This massive star around Florina. Oh, right, this one has a status tab, of course. Alright, fair enough.
The one that slept Florina.
Alright, so, of course, you're gonna cure Pent.
So if all 3 of those got hit, then one of them would have had to have stayed statused into next turn.
Which, honestly, not that big of a deal if Florina's already in range being slept. Just don't be berserked, I guess.
Yeah, no, I would have... This is happening because if I don't do this, the last Wyvern to attack Lucius will kill him on enemy phase. So by getting rid of one of them, then the last Wyvern is not a thing that exists anymore. That Wyvern is removed from the map.
That's true, but also by doing that attack, you have changed the Iron Horde and thereby the multiverse. And so maybe...
Yes, so some of the units up here, I think one of them was going to take an attack and then didn't. Because of it. I don't remember who.
Have you tried just having Hector hit one guy without killing them? Would that solve the problem too?
I don't think so, because, well, maybe. If it wasn't a Javelin guy, it might have, but I'm not sure.
No,
Yes, that
AI.
guy... Yeah, healing AI. So...
There's forts, and I think there's enemies with healing stats on this map, so he has plenty of places to fly to. Although I'm pretty sure the one place he went to here is not the closest tile to a healing tile that he could have gotten.
No, the forts are north of him.
Yeah. But it went like up and then right, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. But yeah, so Lucius does get hit once.
Oh, another point of magic. He can one-round one of them now. That's as much good as it will do him.
And some of them decide not to do healing AI, I guess because they see that he's on low health now.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess that guy that did go for healing wasn't in range to attack or something?
I don't know.
I forgot. Healing AI can be inconsistent. There was something I wanted to ask you, because I kind of knew that the Florina Slumber Party was going to happen. So, as we said earlier, you take it turn by turn, and if it works out fine, you just keep on going through the chapter. Is that right?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, so I'm curious, because isn't Florina getting slept in the middle of a bunch of enemies enough for you to like go back a turn and do something else? Like, what's the thought process?
No, because I think I knew. Well, first off, when it first happened, I don't think I realized all the Valkyries was gonna like swarm her like that. Because I don't think they were all in. I don't think they were all in range when it first started.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this position.
I was expecting that I would be able to send someone with a status over next turn, but I wasn't really worried about her because the fact that I know her avoidance is so damn high, especially with the Iron Sword, and that she's got high res. So I just was like, I don't think this is going to be a big deal if she stays here a turn. And then, you know, after the next turn, it was like, oh, well, I still don't have anyone who can afford to restore her, so I'm just going to see what happens now because she hasn't been hit or anything.
That's true.
So it just kind of progressively was like, okay, how much more abuse can Florida take before I have to actually go back and change my status or my turns?
Yeah. That is fair. I guess this way, at least, the Valkyries aren't harassing your other units, and so it's actually kind of a safe position. Canas only has to fight a couple at a time.
I think I realized that, like, partway through the process. I was like, oh, well, this actually keeps them occupied so that the rest of the guys over here can deal with some stuff.
This one guy just sneaks around the back. He's like, actually, I still see a Heath target over here. Or a Vida, whoever this is. Probably Vida, because she's low in deployment order. This is Heath?
Oh. One of them is
I'm so confused what they're doing. Oh, another wave comes in.
Being weird.
Did you know that Vida's immune to Berserk? Like, she's so angry it doesn't even matter to Berserk or not. She does the same things anyway. That would be so cool if there was like a personal skill the unit had. Go on, show me which wyvern this is. Okay, this is Heath. So one of them went for Vine, the other one for Heath. Very curious. Very curious.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they got like the same res or something. I don't know.
I was thinking maybe Heath has more res because he still has some barrier remaining, perhaps, while Vida has none.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not gonna pretend I do. I just like wondering about these kind of things. Oh, nice javelin crit.
Yeah.
That's fair. So, as a follow-up question, what does make you want to go back a turn and fix something? Is it just someone dying, or like missing like a crucial miss on a like a XP feeding target or something?
Usually it's just if someone dies, but there are some other instances, like for instance, if I realize that something I've like done on a previous turn, like my decision to turtle instead of pushing forward, has made life harder or is going to make me take like 10 more turns than I wanted to. In which case I'll just go back to that previous turn where I decided to turtle instead of pushing through and see if I can find a way to push through without having any issues. That one's happening a lot more in the Fire Emblem 6 run than in this run though. Just because enemies are more difficult to deal with most of the time in Fire Emblem 6.
And combat is probably a bit more volatile because of the hit rates, I assume.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So that's kind of the big one is realizing that I've made a mistake in how I'm positioning units. Sometimes, like if a village gets destroyed or something, I might need to go back a few turns in order to properly set someone up to intercept.
Has that happened in FE7?
I don't think in this one. And I don't think I got it happening in FE6, even on Chapter 11. But it's like something I need to be aware of. That's the kind of thing that I would have to think about, just in general. Even if I don't know if it's happened in particular, but yeah.
You said that if something happens where you think you're not going to make your turn budget for a chapter, I guess is like paraphrasing you a little bit here, because you based like your planned turn count for a chapter based on, I'm assuming, previous runs by either you or the Melt run, I guess. And if you exceed it by too much, you want to go back and fix it a little bit?
Pretty much. This is really only the case if like it takes me one extra turn to kill the boss, but there was like because someone missed, but there was no other enemies to fight on the field or something like that. In which case I'd be like, well, let me see if I can get it down, like get the boss killed on the previous turn by, you know, using units in a different order, like a turn or two prior, or attacking with someone else, or whatever the case. That one comes up a lot in FE6. It's not like in FE6 turn counts are lenient, but I don't like it when a run is just like all the enemies are dead except for the boss, and now I have to spend 6 turns fighting the boss. I'd rather it look cleaner than that. So there have been times where like I'll get like a 24 turn count or something, and then like try to see if I can bring it down to like 22 or 20 just to make it look better.
That's fair. I think that
didn't happen as much in this run though, because for the most part I don't think I was going over budget on turns as often. You know, because I did this run before, so it's like I kind of know what to expect out of both myself and the game.
Yeah, I can only recall one instance where you actually sat around and only fought the boss and nothing else. And it might still have been a reinforcement grind. It was like the Lin chapter, the Noble Lady of Kaelin, where I fought the boss for a couple turns, but it might have been while there were cav reinforcements at the back. Yeah,
I don't remember, but I mean, in this run I'm gonna have to fight Lloyd for a while, but it's like that's true for everyone basically, unless you've got someone with like the best accuracy ever, or Nino to talk to him.
He is a pain. I think you exposed one of the wyverns to a bunch of fire. I don't know what that's gonna be all about, but I think if it's Heath, he's probably buried up all the way to full. And if he's got a javelin, I guess they'll still go for 4 now? I don't know.
I mean, she's still sleeping, but...
She is.
Oh wait, the Valks aren't gonna be in range or anything. So Lucius can now 1 round.
Yeah.
He's taking, like, very little experience from it, though.
I mean, he's got to get the struggle for his last level, I think.
Yeah.
That's always a pain. And I think at this point, you still haven't triggered the Shaman Zone, right?
I don't think so.
Which is the bridge on the left of Lucius and Hector. If you go past that, basically that island is the reinforcement zone for the Shamans. And that should be one of the easier ones. Because like, the main danger is dying to Luna, but if you don't die to Luna, then you're fighting a bunch of low speed, low defense, low HP enemies.
Yeah, definitely easier to deal with than the Valkyries, that's for sure.
Say that again. Poor Florina. Alright, here's the next wave, and yep, it is Heath, but he's taking surprisingly little damage from them per hit, and he's not getting doubled, courtesy of his good speed.
Yes.
He was only rigged, right? He didn't get a speed wing or anything. He just gave him good speed in his initial levels.
No, I haven't given out a single stat booster, except for the ones in Lin mode, because those are essentially free as far as funds is concerned.
Yeah. As far as I recall, Heath is usually pretty good about getting a bunch of speed anyway in the long term, and you left them all the way to 20, so this is the long term that we're doing right now.
Yeah, we found out what the long term looks
Yeah.
like, and it's got pretty cool units.
Alright, another wave. Do you recall if Valkyries give more or less experience than other promoted enemies? Because I
I
recall
think
there's
it's
like
actually less.
Yeah, I think so too. I think staff enemies or like staff-focused classes give less experience as a general rule. Like
Yeah, I've
bishops.
noticed that also in FE6, killing priests
Mhm.
gives very little EXP, so I think that's just a kind of across-the-board thing for at least 6 and 7.
They just don't want you to do the war crimes. I mean,
Well, then maybe they shouldn't have the war crimes in their inventory.
maybe don't make the war crimes a feature. Anyway, Flora and I woke up, and
Yeah.
presumably while she was sleeping, all the other status stats were wasted, and now we can
Yeah, I
find our
believe
way
so.
through.
Either killed them or they ran out.
I'm so worried about Heath right now. He looks... There's so many Valkyries here, and at this point, Flora woke up equipped a Javelin, so he should be their most appealing target, and he's not getting terrain bonuses. He's
Got a jab too, I believe.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's not getting free.
he's got a jab out, but everyone else here has 1 to range 2, and he's the lowest res out of them all, but he was taking like 10 damage per Valkyrie, maybe 11. So if he dodged like half of them, maybe he's okay. Huh, this is interesting. Oh, Pent, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing, Pent?
Attacking a Valk
Good job, Pent. You
for
got 10,
little damage.
you got 10 XP, Pent. Good job.
Nice, one shot.
Nice. So juicy. Get them out of here. I'm not worried about the shot.
He's got pretty good avoidance too. I mean, he's got basically like the same stats as Florina, who is also a dodge queen. So, and he just leveled up speed.
Mm-hmm.
He's now got the same speed as Kanos!
Yay. Oh, he's gonna have to hit these javelins while they're on the forts. These are the dodgiest enemies in
Yes.
FE7. Like the dodgiest moving enemies, I should say. Oh god, they got healing AI. They can heal themselves.
On the forts.
They self-sustain.
So yeah, he can take like 4 hits and has pretty good avoid, so.
I believe in Heath. I think he'll make it. But don't try this at home. Unless your Heath is
Don't.
this blessed. Oh, this Wyvern is the luckiest bastard in the world. He's not just like, nah, I'm gonna heal you. That is true. They also like healing over attacking. They just
Yep.
love using stabs. So I guess that's another funny way to avoid getting wrecked by Valkyries, is just injuring one of their friends.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Some of these have Elfire and
Some of them have
lower
yeah.
level, so yeah, they get wrecked like that.
He does, however, get pretty close to dying, but luckily there's only 1 Valkyrie left. Oh, the Javelin broke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess they do have status left.
Yep,
So yeah,
the
that ends up
silence.
working out, like, perfectly.
Beautiful. Oh, there's the Shaman
There's the
Zone.
shamans.
I missed you activating that, but yeah, it does happen.
I think I used Vita. Like, Vita just ran down and flew into the range and then
Mhm.
came back or something.
I just think back of all these times where I'm like, furiously looking up on Fire Emblem WAD to see if I'm activating the zones or not, trying to get around them, rescue dropping, dancing, and everything. And you're like, let me fly this one flyer just onto this island, like straight in the middle, just just to leave no questions. I'm activating this zone.
I did actually, you say that, but I actually did have to avoid activating the zone at the beginning of the map. Because Florina flew west, like straight west from the starting point to get to the shops. But I had her deliberately stay out of range of that reinforcement zone because I didn't want it to be a thing I had to deal with yet.
Yeah, because the reinforcements, they all move right from after
Yeah.
they've been activated. Probably partially because if they didn't, they would block the next one. And probably just to be a long-term threat.
Yeah.
I can sandwich you. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you activate Zone 4 like this, at least most of the enemies come to you, like in a place
Yeah.
where you're at, so it's easy to just ball death them down.
Basically. That was kind of the thinking here.
And then once you're dead, all you have to do is fight the bishops at the shrine, take like 5 turns, missing the attacks against Lloyd, and you're done.
Yeah.
I guess Florina's leaving these for someone else, because why else would she not use a javelin here? Oh, I guess maybe
She's also trying to get sword rank, as
Mm.
odd as that sounds. So she used an iron sword to kill the druid.
That's true. And I guess she's wasting purge uses as well while she's here.
True.
Oh, Merlin is tanking. Well, I said
Merlin
tanking.
is tanking.
Oh no. Does Merlin count as a death if he dies? Not right. Not for ranking.
I don't believe so, but I didn't let him die, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, you tried, clearly. You tried. This is not an accident. This is a straight-up assassination attempt of your merchants, just because he didn't sell you javelins when you needed them.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed about that still, so we're just gonna let him deal with these Valks, and if he dies, he dies. No, what actually happened was they went for him, but they didn't kill him, so I was like, alright, we're keeping that. Like, I don't think I realized quite what my range looked like there or something. I did send him up to protect Ninian. That part was intentional, but I didn't know what their hit rates on him were.
Mm-hmm. He does
or
have...
how much damage they'd be doing.
He does have hilariously high avoid and HP growth,
Mm-hmm.
but it was pretty close for him. Close call.
True.
Didn't have his marker support.
Didn't have Marcus support.
They have Ice Dark. It gives full avoid. It would have been
Oh,
very useful.
okay.
Just a tip for your next rank run. Get the Martin's marker support. Very important.
I'm just showing off. I think that Heath was one-handing. I don't remember if I was trying to remember what weapon I was supposed to use or if I was showing off. But that's why I just lingered on that for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Is it extra flexing? I like it.
Something like that.
I
do that sometimes, but I don't remember if that was the case here or if I was just not remember what I was supposed to be doing.
Just checking forecasts.
I think it might be like going back to my notes or something, trying to remember what it is I actually need to do.
I will, however, have to give you a strike for leaving experience on the table. When Merlinus dodges things, he doesn't get experience on like an FE6, so unfortunately.
I lost 3 experience!
Ripperinos. Oh, yeah, we're sure getting sword rank here. Get back Purge Bishop.
Yep.
She's not just wasting Purge uses, she's wasting Purgers. Oh, that one came out smooth.
26
strength.
speed, Florina!
Ugh,
27 strength,
disgusting.
26 speed. I love it. It feels so good to have the promoted flyers that are this busted. Like, if you've never played with one of these, people watching at home, get yourself a busted Florina, get yourself a busted Heath. They're great. They're so much fun.
I'm sorry, I've been saying this for years. People just don't believe me. They're like, oh, Mecha just likes mounted units. Yeah, do you know how fun it is to have a busted mounted unit? In fact,
I like flyers in particular, but yeah, you could also do this with any blessed paladin.
In fact, you get one of those in chapter 12 for free.
I don't think he's that level of busted by this point in the game, unless you've like also giving him stat boosters, where he's just gotten like perfect level ups all around.
No, but in chapter 12.
Chapter 12, yes. No, I'm talking late game, but yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you're getting at.
Alright, fine. We'll go back to praising Percival. The real late game paladin god.
True.
Yeah, these paladins are kind of like ordered paladins. My train of thought has been properly derailed. Look at these Valkyries in your camp, just sitting next to Minion. She survived 2 hits though, somehow. Yeah.
I mean, high res, dodge tank, that's what she's good at, I guess.
You never barriered Minion, did you?
I don't... Yeah, I might have, but I don't think so.
Either way, I could believe that a level 15 plus Minion can survive 2 Valkyries. Like, she is that fast and that dodgy and that resistant.
Right, yeah.
Like, Minion optimized her character creation sheet for a dancer. She knows I don't need strength or skill, so I'm just gonna take all the stats that I can.
Thing that you may not have noticed, Dancer's speed cap in this game is 30, and in FE6 it's only 20.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, and actually, the Dancers in FE6 are actually like almost objectively worse than the ones in FE7 as far as being able to do anything apart from dancing. I'm not even talking the rings.
Never thought I'd see a dancer's speed cap matter, but here we are.
Alright, chat, who's your favorite dancer for not dancing? Tell us below. Get into arguments about it. I'm ready for this. Who's the best dancer in the series conversation?
Hey, there are dancers that can fight. In fact, there are many dancers that can fight, and people enjoy having their dancers fight in some other games, especially like Three Houses and you see, Engage is the dancer that can fist people and can like punch them.
Don't say it like that.
I should have phrased it better, but you know what I mean.
I do.
Fisticuffs. Fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs. There you go.
Can throw hands.
Throw hands. All right. That
That's
works.
what I was looking
I never. I think I tried to use Fina a little bit in FE3 just for shits and giggles, but like she can't do shit.
She has good growth, I think. You have the star shards. It's one of the easiest games to make a funny strong unit.
You know what? That's fair. Maybe I'll try that next time we play FE3.
It's I think I have some screenshots of mine from a draft run a while ago. It's quite disgusting.
Fair enough.
I think I had her kill the final boss too.
Oh god, that's incredible. Maybe I should try that.
It's very funny. It's kind of
like
annoying.
A flexing level.
You also get like stat boosters. They give like +4 or +5 in a stat or something, so you can just give her like an arm scroll, and then she can suddenly use like worm slayers and stuff like that.
True.
Very generous XP formula too. Would recommend. Doesn't have a ranking system 1 out of 10, I know, but other than that, it's pretty.
No, I actually really like FE3.
Oh wow.
To be fair.
I know one other person like you.
Really?
Yeah. FE3 is not the very loved game in this franchise. Not by the Western audience, anyway. Yeah.
I mean, I've played 1, 2, 3, and then 6, 7, 8. So it's not a very wide range. It doesn't include some of the games people really like, such as Thracia or Echoes. So, or Free Houses.
Wait. Okay, you have a javelin on floor now, right? I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. I want to use javelin.
Oh.
Okay, that explains a lot. I was like, why are you going close range now? What are you doing, friend?
Okay. And now they're able to hit her because she didn't have jav backup. She might have run out for this chapter. I don't remember. It's entirely possible with some of these units.
I was wondering earlier if you were like trying to save javelin use because you might have enough for the whole thing, but I remember Myrna's is right there to just give you more if you need it. Like,
yeah,
anyone could have pulled it out and gave it to her.
Also, Fiora and Farina might still be carrying jabs, and they're not doing anything in this chapter.
True.
Anymore.
Flying convoys.
Flying convoys.
Oh, another wave. I'm pretty sure this is at least the 3rd wave, so I know there's not just 2 waves.
Yeah.
That's all I've been able to find out, though. I didn't pay enough attention to figure out if there was actually a pause between them.
So I think this might have been... I know at the end of this chapter I messed up my movements and had to kind of play blind.
Oh, yay.
It's either where Pent just moved or where Luis is about to move, or maybe next turn moves. One of the two was incorrect, and that's kind of screwed up. Yeah, I think she was supposed to go next to Pent instead of onto the middle one. I think is what was supposed to happen. But whatever it is, I was like, okay, I've been recording for 47 minutes. I really don't want to try to start over. We're just going to see if they can make it work.
Yeah. And from this point onwards, most of the RNG should be gone except for the part where like hitting Lloyd is concerned. So if you had like a tight plan for that or in order, I guess that could be screwed up.
I did, I think, because I was hitting some like low, like 47 hit Luna or something like that at some point. But I mean, I make it work. I think I ended up taking an extra turn because of it, but it was just like, I'm really just sick of recording this, so we're just gonna deal with it.
Yeah,
that is like the one thing where I'll take extra turns. Like I was talking about how I want to get my turn counts all down nice and neat, but if I'm recording and something goes wrong, and it's been like 47 minutes, I'm like, no, we're not redoing this.
So, what level of detail are your notes like? Is it like move he 3 up, use javelin, upper right shaman, stuff like that?
Yeah, basically. It'll be like move unit, and a lot of times it's relative. It's like move Luis south of Pent, and then like in a specific order of events in order to make sure that Pent hasn't already moved.
Yeah. The wrong tile. Yeah, those kind of notes they're super convenient for you know, quickly being able to translate it to what you want to do in the thing wherever it is. Because if you make them like go 3 up, 2 right, and attack upper right shaman, I feel like you have to take a moment to process it. And I bring that up because for draft races, I would make some notes like that. But it's so much easier to go like, okay, go next to Pent, attack the boss, done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so you can see him already trying to figure out what went wrong here. I'm pretty sure Luis was supposed to be like at the edge of Ninian's range or something like that, instead of like 1 tile into it. Or I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
You can see him like trying to refigure things out here and having to just deal with it accordingly.
Yeah, makes sense. It looks like Luis's move wasn't really impacted. It's just like she was in the wrong spot, but she can still do what she needed to do, right? She was always going to kill the shaman.
Yes, yes, but there's, okay. Pent was supposed to heal her from the edge of his range, I think, or something like that, and it means that he's not able to get to the right place next turn or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I guess he could either have if he went to Luis's spot, he could have maybe healed someone next to Lloyd, or he could have attacked Lloyd himself, something like that, I guess.
Something like that. I don't remember the specifics.
Ugh, Nosferatu. Never mind. Nosferatu Druid's always fun.
27 speed.
I guess that's another. Ooh, Canas. Ooh.
So I don't think the RNG has like screwed up yet, which is why I'm able to hit this, but like it will in like a turn or two when I can't move someone where they need to go because of the mistake I made.
You can't stop me, Lloyd. I have a white gem. I'm rich.
Which, yes, he hasn't sold.
The rich always get their ways.
Yes, the mere act of holding the white gem means I will be successful in battle.
He will respect my wealth and do my bidding. I will bribe him into surrendering. I'm sure Lloyd was sensitive to that. Who did you pick up with Vida again?
Good question.
We'll never know.
That's not it. It's
Oh, it's
Florida.
Farna, okay.
Yeah, this is the part where things start going off the rails. Yeah. I didn't have anything else to say. Just I was trying to think of something. I'm like, no, I said what I said.
I believe you.
I just talk too much.
Some would argue just went off the rails the moment you created your character screen, but you know what? Those people are wrong and didn't get an S rank, so don't listen.
Yeah! Show me your S ranks! Yeah, maybe was supposed to be able to advance from the edge of range.
Look, technically I have an S rank file, but mine's from GameFAQs. Some kind of save repository. It was probably Game Charts, because they also have an S rank for Liquid Normal, Liquid Hard, Hector Normal, Hector Hard, and I know for a fact not a lot of people have done that.
Yeah, I did do that.
The XP milking. Thor's Iron Murderness.
The real strats.
Didn't you say Nils caps in like the final chapter?
Yes.
That's great. If it was partially because of this, that's great. Thor's Iron Murderness. Is that the crit increasing one? Or is it the crit
I don't even know. It doesn't matter. I was just doing 20 XP.
It's the one you don't care about. The double
so why
XP.
would I need to save it? Exactly.
Thor's Iron Murderness strats.
Yeah, so Florina was supposed to be one tile to the right, so that I think Nidian could dance her after Ped healed her. But the problem was, something about that didn't work correctly, and there was like a rescue drop that I was supposed to do with them, but because they were not one tile to the right, it didn't work. I don't even remember. It's something like that.
You screwed up real good, Florina.
Yeah. So, but I'm like, look at this map. I can make this work. I'm smart enough to play Fire Emblem legitimately.
Sometimes. Sure, the planning for the 28 maps before this was harder than playing this little bit blind, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did do this. I didn't have to actually restart the chapter because I screwed something up.
Farna's, she's not capped yet, is she? She is, right? She just
no, I
got
think
danced,
they both are.
I don't remember Farna's like level 20 screen, but a lot happened in this chapter. But I do recall you said they were both capped at this point. Oh god, the hit rates are disgusting. I forgot how bad Louise is against Lloyd.
Thing, yeah, so if I don't have RNG to rely on, I actually have to rely on people actually getting hits.
Yeah, or just Florian Lamau.
I mean, that was a pretty good hit rate. That was like,
yeah,
so Heath too. Not at close range though.
Yeah, if you use Javelin, the accuracy is really bad, but at least you're safe from like crits and stuff.
Exactly. So it's like you have to decide if you want to try to take that risk. I did.
You also got to ward off all the guys in the south. I was expecting you to make like a horizontal wall to stop the other guys from flooding in. Maybe that's why Florian.
Everyone here can use the experience. Lucius isn't capped yet.
Well, I believe you that they can use the experience, but can they use the damage that they take from these enemies?
The shamans don't do much and don't have like any hit rate on like any of these units. The druid is a problem though.
Yeah, I'd mostly be worried about Vida and maybe Louise if there's Luna guys around. Ooh, Vida.
You know, I'm just at this point. I'm just trying to explore my options.
Doesn't Lloyd also have like massive res, so Lucius can never get the kill on him? Not that you want to, because he's so high level. You'd rather get it to a promoted person.
He's also only got like 10 EXP left, so if he did kill the boss, it would be, you know, the most worthless thing ever.
Yeah, I guess you'd rather chip him then. It's probably 10 XP by itself, or kill a shaman.
Just kill a shaman is, I think, all I need to do, yeah. But because things went to hell, I ended up bringing over Farina, despite the fact that she's capped, and using her to do some stuff so I can end the chapter earlier.
Oh yeah, because you're trying to end it this turn? Or like this any phase?
I think that was the original plan, and then, like, I was able to make it work in my original version of this map, but then something, you know, because I screwed up, I had to take an additional turn. I think is how it went down.
I think it can still work out with what you've got, but I'm guessing the RNG messes you up or something. Because this is a kill, and you have to kill 3 more shamans, and you have enemy phase.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Farina has a Iron that's equipped though, so that makes it a little trickier. And Luis is right there with no one range.
Yeah, one of the problems was making sure that everyone would be able to retaliate the shamans, which I wasn't able to do once I messed up. So I'm not going to be able to retaliate all the shamans, and at least one of them is going to have to die next turn.
Yeah, it's going to be like one guy sitting there. Like,
it's one guy.
One shaman.
Like, I could have killed him with Knas, but I didn't. But it's like, it would have just been one guy sitting around. So that was the result of my screw-up.
No!
Was that Luis gets hit at one range and by 2 dudes.
So close. Oh well. Well, the good news is, after these shamans die, the chapter will finally be over, and we'll get to promote Hector. He gets to gain HP again.
Yeah,
Won't that
which
be
is
fun?
nice. I think what I'm trying to do here is figure out how to maximize EXP.
Which will be just like use the lower level units again, right?
Use lower level units. Don't use the healers. See if and I think I also wanted to see if I could dance a healer even.
Does he use caps? He's right.
Lucius, yeah, he capped after fighting the shaman.
I must have missed his screen, Sag. Oh well. See you never again, Lucius. Who's even left of the unpromoted units besides Nino?
Kent, Nino, yeah, you said that. Raven, Lynn and Elliewood. Dart's level 18, I think, and Dorcas is level 19. And I think Matthew. No, Matthew's fine. Oh, Legal, and Ninian.
Yeah.
And Sarah.
And Sarah. All right.
I think that's it.
There's not enough room for all those in the next chapter, unfortunately.
No.
All right, Hector. Time to uncap your experience.
I'll be glad.
Oh, whoa. What's happening?
You'll notice Hector did literally nothing this entire chapter except hit that one wyvern.
Kill that one wyvern, the silver axe.
Kill the one wyvern, yeah.
Very out of character. And I think this will make it better for him, though. 6+5 res promotion. Love to see it.
6 swords. Love to see it.
Big sword. Alright, that's it for chapter 29, Cog of Destiny. We'll see you next time for chapter 30, Der Berserker.
Yep.
Very curious to see who gets to accompany Hector on his quest for experience. See you next time.
Bye!